Hey Strong Team, today we're going to work on the double kettlebell swing. If you haven't mastered the one arm swing or even the two-handed swing, you really don't want to move on to the double kettlebell swing until you've perfected that movement. So the hip hinge is going to be super important. So as a beginner, you really want to make sure that you're gliding your hips back. So first things first, I want to approach the bell, make sure there's a landing strip between me and the bell. Feet are going to be about hip width apart. I'm going to push those hips all the way back, trying to keep my shins vertical so my knees are always below my hips are above my knees, and my shoulders are above my hips. So once I'm into that hip hinge position, I'm going to grab onto both kettlebells. I'm going to tilt the kettlebells down so there's an angle, and then I'm going to roll my shoulders back and engage my lats. It's important to try to keep these lats engaged as I hike the bell back. I want to keep my spine nice and straight. So I'm going to hike the kettlebells back. When I do this, I'm turning my thumbs in. In order to fit both kettlebells through my legs, I need to turn my thumbs in. I want to make sure that my shoulders stay rolled back and engaged so I don't roll my spine. So, hands are on the bell, roll. I have a little V formation with the bells as well. So, kettlebells, V formation, roll my shoulders back, thumbs towards my crotch. Hike the kettlebells back, breathe in, stand straight up, come down. So, when I go back between my legs, I want to make sure that I'm keeping my shoulder blades pinched together and my lats engaged because I want to make sure my shoulders stay back. I don't want to roll my spine. I'm going to breathe in as I hike the kettlebells back, and then I'm going to stand straight up. I'm going to let my arms fully extend out in front of me, but my core is engaged and I'm not putting any pressure on my lower back. I really need a nice strong lockout as I push through the ground and get nice and tall with my swing. So, a couple more swings. I'm going to tilt them on their side, roll my shoulders back, take a deep breath in, exhale, and stand straight up. In order for these bells to fit through into that triangle above my knees, I really need to rotate my palms outward and my thumbs in. So from a side profile, I'm going to line my bells up in the V formation. I want to make sure I'm not hovering over top of them. I want to take a step back, have a nice landing strip. I'm going to push my hips all the way back, make sure my spine is nice and straight, making sure that my shoulders are above my hips and my hips are above my knees. I've got this little Pac-Man mouth formation with my body. I'm going to put my hands on the bell. I'm going to roll the shoulders back and engage my lats. I'm going to hike the kettlebells back, high up into my crotch. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and stand straight up. Every time I stand up, I'm trying to squeeze and get into that tight plank. I want to make sure that my knees are pulled up to the sky, that my butt is squeezed together, and that my core is nice and tight and ready to take a punch. Arms are nice and straight, shoulders are rolled back, and my lats are engaged. I'm not letting the kettlebells pull me out. So one more time. Hike the kettlebell, or push my hips back, grab onto the kettlebells, roll my shoulders back, take a deep breath in.